Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to योग वाशिष्ठ इवनिंग सेशन। नमस्ते, मैं सोमेश्वर आप सभी का आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग संस्था की तरफ से योग वाशिष्ठ के सायंकाल के सत्र में स्वागत करता हूँ। रोज की तरह आज के सत्र की भी शुरुआत हम लोग 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके करेंगे। मतलब we'll begin our session by chanting Om 3 times. टुडे वी आर ऑन 125th सेशन। आज हम लोग 125वें सत्र पे यहाँ पे पहुंच चुके हैं और टुडे सिलेबस विल बी वी आर ऑन चैप्टर नंबर 7, this last prakaran, that is the Nirvan Prakaran, Uttarradh of that, and there are sub chapters. Today we are on 98th chapter. Today's content will be that there is this vasana, or there is this craving, that itself is the swarupa of your Purusha. Now, if you see, read the Shrutis, Smritis, Upanishads, there is this called as Prakriti and the Purusha. So there is that Purusha, and here the Vasana is said as Purusha. There is a little bit of difference in that. We'll look at that difference also. And we'll also continue to look at that if you really want to be in a same state that we do meditation, we do Sudarshan Kriya, and we experience a peace of mind after that. How one can remain into that same peace of mind 24/7, so remaining in the same state of your being throughout, how that can be achieved. So we looked at some of the solutions, some of the upayas yesterday, some of the upayas are being shared today also. So we look at both aspects of this today. So let's continue our session. All our Zoom participants, all our YouTube viewers, and all our Facebook viewers are welcome to this session. Let's all sit comfortably. आराम बैठ जाए, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी कर ले, गर्दन सीधी, shoulders relaxed. Sit comfortably, spine erect, neck straight, and let us bring back our attention to our breath. Observe the flow of your breath. Take a normal breath in and let go. Take a deep breath in and let go completely. Observe this emptiness. In such a emptiness that arise, that vibration, that spandan, what we call it as Om Nath, Omkar. Let's take a deep breath in to chant Omkar 3 times. Om. Let us invoke the divinity within. Guru का आवाहन कर ले. Let's continue to close our eyes. गुरु का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम 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 पुनः पुनः सच्चिदानंद रूपोऽहम्. गुरु वंदना कर ले. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री श्री गुरवे नमः. गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले. अपने मुख से निकलने वाले हर एक शब्द, हर एक वाणी, whatever the words that come out of this mouth, whatever the actions that are happening, whatever the thoughts over onto this mind, the power of discrimination arises in our intellect. The impressions that might be getting created on the memory. And if still there is an iota of that I, me, let all that be inspired by the Master alone. If you have already experienced that there is nothing that can bind you, you are already free. In that case, let this remaining life be inspired by the Master alone. Feel the presence of the Master within and outside. And slowly and gradually, you may open your eyes. धीरे धीरे अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हैं. Jay Gurudev, let's continue with our session now. So here we have seen there are multiple examples, multiple solutions, multiple upayas Vaashishtha Muni is suggesting to Rama, that how one can remain in that equanimous state all the time. Not just when we do our sadhana, not just when we do our samadhi, even after that, how one can remain. Even when you are going and talking to the people, when you are doing your day-to-day routine activities, how one can remain in that state of continuous samadhi. That samadhi which is possible, that meditation which is possible via knowledge. No, it's a samadhi of the knowledge. Gyan ki samadhi. So different solutions, different upayas Vaashishtha Muni is giving to Rama. Some of them we saw yesterday, some of them we'll see today. So he says that Rama, If you look at these cravings, today itself we had a knowledge session. It was about the ichhas, about the cravings. It was about that. So when it is like, we also saw yesterday, that day before yesterday, that these are the 4 root causes of your avidya, ignorance. Now, what is that? Samvedan. If you look at some outward objects, vyakti, paristhiti, people, situation, or object, and there is something that strikes in you, that is called as samvedna. It is just that spuran, that vibration, that strike. Something beloved one comes in front of you, that something happens in you. It is that something that happens is called as samvedna. When that samvedna, that vishaya is no more there in front of you, that sense of object that is not there in front of you, and now you are missing that, that becomes your bhavana, that becomes your feeling. And when it becomes furthermore deeper, it becomes your vasana. So these are called vasana, these are called ichhas. And if you look at it from one perspective, what that perspective is said, that this is vasana, is just the purusha. So what we are saying is the purusha, it is this purusha is nothing but this vasana. Now how? Let's look at it. Because earlier we have heard in Upanishad, Shrutis, and all these things, that there are 2 ways they have explained. So they still are into the duality. It's not yet that Vedanta, that Advaita philosophy. They said that there are 2. The one who is Purusha and the other one who is Prakriti. So it is that Purusha is referred to as the one who is being ultimate. That thing is called as Purusha here. But here Vaashishtha Muni is saying this Vasana is a Purusha. Now how is that? Now let's look at that into detail. He says that if you really look at this Purusha and its bija, its root, that bij is Vasana. So now to understand this, we really need to just take a quick look at how this entire universe is created. So we know that there is something called as, we don't know what that is, but we refer to that as Shiva or Brahma or Ishwar or Atma, something Paramatma. In that there is a Chaitya that dawns to fulfill that. Chaitya is the outgoing tendency that I want to express myself. I am somebody separate from that, my own self, that feeling of separateness. That comes and then it wants to express itself. For what reason? No reason. To express that, that is called as Chaitya. Now to express that, it also takes the form of Chitta. Chitta then takes the form of your intellect, mind, memory, and your ego, feeling of separateness that comes. So it is the Chitta. And then from that, it grassroots experience itself as the individual consciousness, where does that prana comes into picture, and the breath, you can say breath and the prana comes into picture, and your subtle grassroots level body comes into picture. Now we all know that if you look at this particular body, it is formed using the Panchatanmatras and the Panchamahabhutas. So at the supreme, that samashti level, that Chidakash level, there also it's the same thing. And at individual consciousness also it's the same thing. It is formed by all these Panchatanmatras, Rasa, Rupa, Gandha, these 5 elements, and the Pancha Mahabhuta, that is 5 elements. Now using those Panchatanmatra and these 5 elements that put together, it expresses itself as the body. Although nothing has actually, in reality, nothing has come into existence. It's all happening in Chitta, Chidakash. And at the individual Veshti level, at the individual consciousness level, it is happening at our own Chitta Akash. So if you see, there are 2 types of Deha. There are 2 types of body which we are talking about here. So the one body which is this body, grassroots level body, which is very obvious and visible to us. But then there is also something called as Ativaik Sharir, something called as subtle body, Sukshma, Linga Deha. No? Sukshma Deha, Linga Deha, Ativaik Sharir, subtle body. It's one and the same thing. It's all referring to that Chitta Akash, that Ativaik. So in that Chitta Akash, if you really see, what is the root of this body getting formed? So it says that at that level of Chitta Akash, at that level of that subtle body, because of some karmas, because of some actions that you do, and it keeps on forming the impressions on your Chitta, on your Smriti, that is what is stored in the form of sanskara at that subtle body level. That exists. and that is what becomes the root cause of you taking this body. So is said that this Purusha, this appearance of this Deha, is nothing but an expression, or it is the root of this is that Vasana which is hidden in the Chittakash. It has become a deep-rooted sanskaras in you are the root cause of for you to come back to this planet, come back here, take a new birth, or go into different yonis, different species over here. So that is when it says that the root of this Purusha is actually the Vasana. That is what is being said here. But yet, even though it is there in the Sansara, if you see, even though this appears here, in reality, it is not there. So it is like that, either there is a shadow, and the moment there is get into the darkness, the shadow will disappear. It will not be there. The moment you come into the light, it appears as if it is there. But what is the existence of the shadow? It is just imaginary thing. No, that is if you imagine something in the clouds, is there in existence of that? It is not there. Yet it appears like a form. Yet it is just an imaginary thing that is there in the cloud. Like that, this sthula deha, the samugri, the ingredients of forming this sthula deha, this grassroots level body, is that same pancha mahabhuta, 5 elements. Same as the true goes, you think that the other things like your buddhi, your intellect, your hankara, your ego, your mind, etc. All these things are also at one level are created using these 5 elements only. They are no more different. So you see it from the both perspective, as both are created from the 5 elements. They have some janatva into, some inertia into that. That inertia is there. So you consider, the way you consider this body is not what I am. Similarly, you consider that chitta and all the other existence level, that also not I am. I am not that. I am not this body. At the same time, I am not that subtle body also. If you look at it, you consider that also both thing as a physical thing. You consider that also like that, and then you drop all the asaktis, drop all the feverishness which are there towards that. You drop all that, and then what remains after that is that Avishita, that Parama Brahma, that Shiva Sthiti. That is what is the mukti, and that is, this is the bhumika that dawns in you, and you need to go and hold on to that bhumika. That is what will take you to stay in that 24/7 into that Atma Bhava, into that self-realized state, and you will be in Ananda. The other things, the other outgoing tendencies of your chitta will no longer trouble you. But then if you do not do this, because of this, why does this all happen? If you say that these outgoing tendencies are there, if you establish yourself into that state, then how does this vasana will come into picture? Now that is where we say that the actions are happening, but the karmas are not getting formed. What does it mean? That this is exactly that. So from where does, once you are established in yourself, from where the vasanas will come into picture, like that. So this chitta will not take a form itself. It will not come. No, we say the sunrise and sunset. Like this, chitta will not rise, or it will not fall. It will not just be there. And if it is not there, then automatically the sansara which you appears to be visible to you itself will not appear, because whatever comes to your chitta is what is being projected to you. Where do we see the dream? We see the dream in the chitta, in the swapna avastha. It's all happening in the chitta. So when the chitta itself is not there, where will you see the dream? Dream will also vanish. So the sansara is also just like a dream. It's an unreal world. The moment your chitta is not there, this will also vanish. It will also not have any place for it. No, so that is the reason sada sarvada, all the time you be yourself into, established into yourself, atma bhava. So if you remain in that atma bhava, you can really achieve. And automatically, if you remain in that drashta, that ultimate observer with the sakshi bhava, then automatically the drashta, bhokta, this astitva, nastitva, all these things will just diminish. You will remain like an peaceful ocean in that atma sarupa. You'll remain like that. This bhavana, this is the drudha nishchaya. This is the thing that you need to hold on to and leave behind all other things which distract you, which takes you into this sansara. Sansara means the outgoing tendencies of your mind towards all the external object, people, and situation. That is what is called. And then if you do not go there, then this, how do we do that? How do we do that? He says that do the continuous study, self-study. You do sadhana, seva, satsang, the tools which our Gurudev have already taught us. Keep doing that. Keep reading knowledge. Be into the company of the good people. Now, all these different things. Do the abhyas of that. Do the study of that. Do it again and again, again and again. Continue to do that till that point of time you become sankalpa shunya. There is no wanting to know. There is no karta bhav. There is no doership that is left till that point of time, unless and until you become that Paramatma Swarup. You yourself assume the divinity. You continue to do all such practices, continue to do that. So he says, while doing so, all the other things such as your Jagrut Avastha is there, Swapna Avastha is there. In that, then there is a Vishaya Gyan is there. All these things that will continue, and then this, what will remain is just an experience of yourself, Atma Bhava. Rest of the things will automatically diminish. And then if you really ask somebody that, okay, tell me who you are. So that point of time, Gurudev says, keep quiet. Now, Vaashishtha Muni also did the same thing yesterday. When Rama asked him that, then if you say that your Aham Bhava is dropped, that Dvaita is no longer there, who is saying that I am Vaashishtha and I am teaching to the Rama? How does Rama come into picture, and how does I am Vaashishtha come into picture? And to that question, Vaashishtha Muni stays mum. He does answer that question. He does remain silent, because for certain questions, you need to remain. Somebody asks you, are you enlightened? Keep quiet. Don't say anything. If you say, I am enlightened, मैं आत्मज्ञानी हूँ, ऐसे बोलोगे तो मैं और आत्मज्ञान दोनों साथ में नहीं जाता. I and enlightened doesn't go together. In the recent AGA, Gurudev said about this, right? So keep quiet. Who are you? Keep quiet. Don't answer. You don't know who you are. How can you say that? So he says that with Vani, with words, you will not be able to translate that into words, who you really are. We don't know who we are. Does anybody know who they are? The one who is telling, they don't know. And the one who knows, he won't tell. He knows, he don't know. So they won't tell you. They will not put it in words that who they are. No? It will not. So when that sarcastically that question was, does the virus, COVID virus, know who he is? Does he know that I-ness? He said, yes, he knows, because he is the only capable to know that. Nobody else on this planet. He is the only one, that you are the only one. You can know yourself, nobody else. That is what is there. So you will remain in that sthiti once you are established into this. And then what does Guru and Shastra does? The Guru and Shastra gives you an advice. It gives you an advice so that you can get towards your inside, antarmukhi, go within. But both Shastra and Guru, or anybody else for that matter, will not experience that self on behalf of yourself. It is just impossible. कोई और आपके बिना उस आपको कोई अनुभव कर ही नहीं सकता. वो सेल्फ ही है, वो आत्मा ही आत्मा को अनुभव करने के काबिल होता है. इसलिए nobody else will be able to experience it for you. You are the only one who has to put self effort. Continue to put self effort, and then you are the only one who will be able to experience yourself. And after experience also, don't try to go and talk about it. You will not be able to express it, and whatever you speak, it will be just partial expression of that. So even this, when we say, okay, this is Shiva, this is Brahma, this is Atma, Paramatma, consciousness, awareness, blah, 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 blah. What is this? These are also only Shabd. Who gave that? We gave that Shabd. But what that really is, do we know? We don't know. No, that is what it is. So he says that until you get into that Atma Sakshatkara, experiencing your own self, till that point of time, continue to do all these things. So he says that whatever that fear that comes, whatever that man, that fame, name, fame you feel, that vishad that comes into there, that feeling of lowness, then the lobha, greed comes into picture, moha, entanglement comes into picture, there, body, manana, this mind, indriya, five senses, chitta, all these things are there, you drop all that and become one with your own self and become shant, become peaceful. Like this aja. Aja means aja, amara, no? The one which is does not have any ajanma, ajanma. So like that, you remain like that. And that is what is the Brahma Swarupa. That is what is the Shiva Swarupa. You remain in that state. No, this is the only antim. This is the only last. This is the only ekmeva. This is only upaya to make yourself realize self-realization, enlightenment. So this bodh is there, Atma Bhava, and it's bodh. This awareness of you, who you are. That how, up to what point of time you have to continue to contemplate like this. So here he says, Vaashishtha says that this outgoing tendency of this Purusha, this Bahirmukhata, means the outgoing tendencies towards this, that is called as Vishayagan. And unless until that keeps happening, the dukkha will keep coming, the shoka, that sorrow, that thing will continue to come to you. And while you go through that prarabdha, whatever the past karmas that have happened, whatever the sanchit karma, that sanskara that has, you'll have to pay for that. So while playing that, and if you come across any dukkha or any happiness, look at that. While going through that dukkha also, you establish yourself into that swanubhava, swananda bhava. No, that is, there is swa, ananda, anubhav. Swa means your own self. Ananda means happiness. Anubhav means an experience. That experience of yourself, that ananda is not outside. It is there in me. You, if you remain like that, and that like that, if you take that sorrow also, that okay, there is a pain that is happening. Accident happened, there is a pain in your leg. Okay, it's paining, but inside I am still smiling. So it is like that. So till that point of time, whatever the sukha, dukkha, all the experiences that comes, what you do, just like this Maya does this avarana, that the Maya just creates a field. Like that, you create a field of that bhavana, create a field of that emotion, that I am that Satchita Ananda, I am that Swanubhava Ananda Atma. Create a field like this. We have seen in the mythological stories or movies or serials, how that is there, the outside that there will be a shield, that protective shield will be there. Like that shield, you create that shield of this Atma Bhava, that I am that Anandi, I am that Atma Ananda Prakasha. Create like that. And once that is there, then it is a similar situation. Like if you see it from a perspective of, suppose somebody is sleeping and mosquito bites them, does it create anything to them? They are sleeping. It doesn't have any impact on them. So there is a physical activity that happened. The mosquito have connected their trunk inside your body. They suck your blood and they flew away. But yet you, as you are in deep sleep, it did not matter to you. If you are able to do that when you are alive, when you are in Jagrut Avastha, that something is happening, there is pain happening, and you are saying it's okay. It's okay, fine. No? We are not saying here that autonomous nervous system, which will have a reaction that if there is a fire and you touch that, it will pull your hand up. That's a different thing. That autonomous nervous system will work. It works subconsciously. It doesn't wait for you to say, okay, this is hot, leave your hand. It doesn't work like that. It is very instantaneous. We are not talking about that. We are talking about something which is there. Now you see that there is this situation that is created, and this situation is painful. Take an example of COVID for that matter. We all know that there was a COVID. No, even still that new variant is still coming. But we know that there is a COVID. What is it that we do? We know we are locked down at home. What is it that you do then? Such situation, when you know that it is there and yet you remain okay, fine, it's there, fine. So that sthiti, so whatever is that prarabdha that is there, vasana rahit, without getting into any craving about this, without creating any vasana, without getting any craving or feverishness about it, you go through the experiences that comes to you. Either it is good, bad. There is nothing good or bad. You, when you are sthit in Atma Sthiti, you will not say it as bad. Whatever it is there, painful or with pleasure, whatever, non-pleasure or pleasure, whatever the experience that comes to you, you will take all the experience in a equanimous state, in a equal vision. That is what will remain. And then This is the abhyasa that you need to do. This is the contemplation that you need to do, continue to do. Till when? Till your that other vasanas, that other mudata, that ajnana, that avidya, that ignorance, it becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. No, like that. This is what is panditya. This is what is wisdom. This is when person goes like this and they continue to practice like this and entered into that state. This is what is called as wisdom. This is called as wise people. Wise people continue to do this. They continue to practice like this till their vasana kshaya happens. Till there all the cravings that drops. Till there all the vasanas, till their cravings continuously drop. Till what point of time? Till that this jiva is also not M. No, till this point of time, what we have seen? We have seen, okay, this body is not me. Then we have seen the, okay, chitta, that ahankara, that ego, memory, intellect, smriti, memory, mind. This is not what I am. Now he says that there is a feeling of that jiva bhava. No? That also you drop now. I am not even that also. No? I am not that jiva bhava. Like this, shama, like this, upashamidit, like this, creating your mind into that silent space, into that shunya sthiti. Till that happens, you continue to contemplate. You continue to again and again be into that bhavana, be into that atma bhava, to remain in that state. That is what is very, very important. So these are all the upayas we is taking, how one can remain into that 24/7, that state of jnana samadhi, which is akhanda. No? The samadhi of meditation of a body, once we finish that 20-30 minutes of meditation, then effect of that lasts for some time, no doubt about it. But we then come out of that. And then here you are already in that other, you are already in routine, day-to-day routine work, yet you are established into the jnana samadhi. You are establishing yourself into that atma bhava. So you will remain like that. So then while doing so, there is another upaya that is being told here. So while doing so, he says that the one you once you identify the vidvanas, the good people, the sangati. This is the sadhu sangati, the company of the good people. So he says that whenever you contemplate on the questions such as who am I, what is the purpose of my life, what is this drishya, what is this jagat. What is this jiva is there? What is this jiva bhava is there? What is this pranadika, this dharan? What is that is there? When you are contemplating on such things, and this is not I am this, I am not this, I am not this. And then while you are contemplating on this and you do not want to get stuck into any entanglement, moha, and then that point of time you do the satsanga. It is some you be in the company of the good people till you remove that ahang rupa, that ajnana, that ignorance, remove that, and till that point of time you really get into this satsanga. That you should do that, continue to be with the company of the good people. But related to this, Rama, let me warn you something. Do not get into two vidwan, the two people who are knowledgeable. Do not talk to them at a time. He says go ahead and talk to only one single person, because what will happen, this person will say something, probably let's say two different viewpoints. Somebody is believing, somebody is believing in karma marga, somebody believes in jnana marga. There is someone who believes in all three are important, go ahead and do that. There's somebody who feels in daita bhava, somebody believes in advaita bhava, different thing. All are following some path. Now such 2-3 people are there at one place and you are the seeker. You happens to approach them and both of them sitting together and one says something which contradicts to other person's opinion. What will happen there? Now that person will start arguing with that other person and start hoping that with an argument, let me win over my saying, what are the opinion which I have placed, let me support that, and then there will be a clash. In such a clash, you will lose the point. So he said that, okay, you want to get in touch with two such people. He said, it's okay, do that. Go and discuss all these aspects with that person, but not together. When that person is separate, go and talk to them separately. The other person is separate, go and talk to them separately. so that there will not be two clashes of two wise people together. So this is the technique. This is the fact that Vashishtha Muni is making Rama aware. Go and talk to them separately. Discuss with them all these things. Because in their sambhashana, in their dialogue, if that something comes, that pishacharupi, that shanka, that doubt, all these things comes into picture, they will not be able to, they may or may not be able to cooperate with each other. They will try to prove their point, how their point is valid. So don't get into any such thing. Such vidvanas, such intelligent people, go and talk to them separately. That is what is important. So this is one of the technique. Again, this is one of the we can say warning. It's been given by Vashishtha Muni to Ramchandra. He tells one more upaya here. So what is that one more upaya? He says that now you are anyway practicing to remain in this Atma Bhava. So you start practicing something called as Pratikalpana. This is a yukti. This is a technique. No? So what is it? Pratikalpana. Pratikalpana means some thought have come, some emotion have come, some imagination, some brahm, some kalpana has come to you. What you do, you exactly apply the opposite of that. That is called as pratikalpana. That is called as opposite imagination. So he says, Rama, this is one more thing that I will tell you that, and whatever I'm telling you, all these things, these are not just stories, or these are not something that I just for the sake of telling you, saying, this is saying that, look, this is all possible. What I'm sharing you is because I have personally experienced it. Because of that, I'm telling you. So he addresses even not just to Rama, he addresses to all the people who are sitting here. He says, Shrote Jano, hey, all the gentlemen here, all the people here, kindly look at me. Whatever I'm sharing with you, it's my own experience. I have gone through it. It's all possible. So I am sharing with you. It's possible to be in such a state, to be in such a Atma Bhavana. It's possible. You just continue to practice this and you will also experience the same. It is possible. And you look at this Yog Vaashishtha session. Today is 125th session we are doing here, morning and evening. And you listen to the people's experiences. In the morning also, many of them have experienced this similar kind of state that they are experiencing. Means this knowledge is so powerful, so powerful, that with the grace of the Master, Guru is there in our life. He has already given us the path on which we are already walking. And this knowledge is what Master have already given us practically. When we understand the theory behind it, that satkara sevita, that honor and respect, that gratitude for the Master is now firmly established. So when you do that, obviously you will start seeing the outcome. You will start seeing the result. So he says that I have done this myself. So I'm telling this to you. No, I'm not saying any worth in the air. I'm not talking anything in the air. Whatever I'm telling you is really all these things possible. You look at it from that perspective only. Then he says that while Rama will bring this Jnana Prapti, that point of time, that Yogi Purusha, that Purusha who is now walking on this path, and he gets into this Tattva Jnana, that point of time, there is a purification process that happens, and the buddhi, that intellect, gets sharpened, that gets tikshna. And how does that get? That one has to do by satsanga, by doing the dhyana, by doing the samadhi, etc., etc., etc. Like that Jnani Purush that has to there. And other than that, there is no other upaya. Moksha Prapti, for being liberated, there is no other upaya that exists. This is the only way that you need to go and do this. Now, while doing things, swabhavata, while doing things, the way we say that, okay, there is a fire, there is fire as its own quality, gunadharma, to burn the things. No, there is water, there is everything has its own gunadharma. So your mind also has a gunadharma. It's chanchal. It will keep on going here and there. Your other existence also, they have their own limitation. They are also own their gunadharma. So they will continue to pop up in between, even though you continue to contemplate that, okay, I am in this Atma Bhavana, I am established into this, that donation. Still, these things will come in between. We know that it happens with us also. So he says that what happens when such kalpit vastu, vyakti, paristhiti, no, that comes in front of you, the avidya, that ignorance come in front of you, etc., etc. Like that, if you see it from the Shastra Upaya, the knowledge, the scriptures, the Guru Upadesha that has been given, that thing, now you start using these things itself as the moksha sadhana. It is basically saying that there is a problem, and now as there is a problem, there is a right, the people who are solving the problems, if the problem itself is not there, the defect itself is not there. If you are an IT industry, you will understand. So if there is a defect is not there, there are no problems over there, what is it that you will solve them? So problems are there, so your job is there. So what has been converted, the problem which is a problem for somebody, or it could be problem for you, what you have done, you have converted them into an opportunity to solve the problems. Prakalpana, something which is opposite, you go opposite of that. So like this, he says that you make all these things that comes to you in the form of obstacle, you convert that obstacle itself into a moksha sadhana. Such a beautiful technique. So he says that you do that and apply that and convert that into the moksha sadhana. So how does that thing? Till your all the kalpanas, the kalpanas will get nivritti, they will completely diminish from there. Till that point of time, you reach to that shunya avastha, you continue to do the pratikalpana. Think the opposite of that and implement that. What is this pratikalpana? So suppose if you want to stay in completely peaceful, completely anandi, happy mind, you want to be with that Chaitanya, you want to be with that Satya, Shiva, Saundarya, you want to remain in all these gunas, right? These are all sattva gunas. You want to remain in that thing which are the very obvious when you are in Atma Bhava. Because it's a Swarupa, it's a Bhava of your Atma. These gunas are there. So if you want to be in these tendencies, be in these vrittis, and you want to continue to remain like that, whenever the opposite comes into picture, what comes into picture? For example, all the Shandripus, Kama, Krodha, Mada, Moha, Matsara, lust, entanglement, greed, pride, jealousy, all these different things that comes into picture. Or else the dukkha, sorrow, the jara, some problem with your adi vyadi, some problem with your body, that jara, or jara means the vardhakya, old age, rog, vyadi, sickness, lajja, shyness, gruna, something you do not want to get in touch, fear, bhaya, ityadi, etc., when they comes, that point of time, in that situation, in that paristhiti, what you do? You exactly think the opposite of it. Suppose the anger comes, you say that, oh, I am calm. My nature is calm. I am that Atma. I am that Atma. I am in that calm state of this. I am opposite of this. So like this pratikalpana, opposite of that, you say, I am that. I am this. No? So like this, if something else happens, for example, somebody that mana and apana, some situation comes where you feel that you have been insulted. So that point of time, you say that I am beyond all these things. How can something which is I am that self, beyond all these things, mana and apana, who can insult me? I am beyond this. It's something you come out of that sthiti. So he says, continue. Then you say that this can't even touch me. This can't even go near to the self. Now how can that be? Then like this, if you get the kalpana of some dukkha, some accident happens, some pain is there, that point of time you see that, oh, dukkha is not my nature. My nature is only ananda. My nature, the nature of Atma is ananda. No? So if you see the Sudarshan Kriya, when Gurudev does the Sudarshan Kriya, what does he say? You are not this body, you are not this thing, you are not memory, you are not objects. And then what you are? You are peace, you are joy, you are. Why so? Why every day contemplate that? No? When you are in such a deep state of Turiyavastha, that point of time, why those sanskaras? No? See, that is the root here. So this is what is. You have to continuously practice this. Continuously remind yourself. When the things come, you remind yourself of your own opposite nature, that I am that Ananda. So this pain is there, this dukkha is there, that's not my swabhava. My swabhava is what? Is to remain blissful, is to remain in peace, is to remain in joy. That is what my swabhava. All the other things, I don't have any relationship with them. No? There is another technique of pratikalpana is being given. And when you do such things, what what else also helps you? He says that the tapas of that, even that is told in the Ashtavakra Gita, when you start, you have to do the 3 tapas. No, by kaya, vacha, mansa. The tapas of your sharir, body. No, what you eat, at what time you sleep, tapas of this bodily tapas. Then kaya, vacha. Vacha is your vani. Tapas of that. Observe what you speak. No, watch your words. If you are on this path, if you are on the path of knowledge, meditation, your words will manifest. Watch, be very careful in what you speak, what comes out of your mouth. Tapas of your vani, vacha. And then mana, no, kaya, vacha, manasa, mana. Watch what is going on, what is that you are thinking, what thoughts are going. Because the karma doesn't get formed only by your action. Karma gets formed, the sanskara gets formed even at the level of your mind also. So watch out those things. So he says that mana and vani, the silence of that. That is what this the thing that Vaashishtha Muni said, that when one becomes into this passion, one gets into that vairagya, one gets into that sannyasa vritti, that because of the shravana, manana, etc., the yoga bhyasa, one gets into that atmatattva nishchaya. That point of time, the mind and the words, the mind, that words, that and its meaning, that bhavana, don't do that. Don't get caught up into the forms. Don't get caught up into the words. Don't get caught up into all the situations that arise over there, and we judge people. No, this is like this. This is like we judge people. We judge the situation. Don't get into any such things, either at a level of words or at the level of mind. Observe the silence. Go into silence. Even that kriya, that chanchalta, that activity that continuously keeps happening inside your mind, from leaving that also behind, you remain calm and quiet. Like this, slowly, gradually, these panas, these things also will leave you. They will also diminish and you will become peaceful. So if you see it from the perspective of your aham also, that ahankar also, if you see it from that perspective, that vritti is also there. It is all there everywhere. It has created that net around you, no, avidya, that ignorance and its net around you. That thing, that vritti avidya also, that is also just a bhranti, just a brahm. And if you continue to practice the mana and the vani, the tapas, that silence of your thought and the silence of your words, then automatically that thing, what will remain is that peaceful state of yourself, that atma bhava will remain, and automatically this ahankara, this mayajal, this net which it has gone all outside, that ahankara will automatically leave. That ahankara will not be there the moment you get into yourself, the moment you establish into that tattva sakshatkar. That will become more firm and firm. That atma bhava will become more deeper and deeper inside you, and then automatically after that, all the jagat, all the jiva bhava, all the prarabdha karma, all the actions which are got to you, that based on your prarabdha karma, you'll continue to do that. All the bank balance which is there, you just try to finish that bank balance, and that's all. Not forming any new balance at all. Will continue to remain like this and continue to do this, such a mount, such a silence of your mind. Not mount when you go to the advanced course and do it. Not just that. All the time when you are using your words, all the time when you are performing any action, all the times, no, in all such state, continue to remain in that state where you will not go into outward activities. So you will remain yourself into self, remain yourself into that atma, and yet being silent. Inside you are completely silent, outside you are completely in enthusiasm. In today's knowledge sheet which we saw in the notes to sincere seeker, they were said they were all youths. They are all very dynamic in doing their activities, and yet they were very silent. So remain that silent from within, yet you are dynamic in all your actions. Like this, hey Rama, if you really look at that outside, that drishya, that thing, what is there in really, that will, whether it is there or not there, it will not matter to you. You will be able to remain yourself into that atma bhava, and that is what is the worth thing in doing. Then there are two obstacles, or there are two bhayankar vyadhis, is what said. What is it? That they get into the feeling of this is ihalok and that is paralok. So the ihalok is what is the sansara is, that is where, what is that we are there. And then we say that there is something called as paralok, there is something called as sarga, there is something called as narka. All these vyadhis which are there inside, such concepts are being formed. And because of that, people continue to do certain things and they experience the sorrow, they experience the vyadhis, sickness, all that at the level of body over here, at the level of adi, at the level of mansik, that psychosomatic diseases, all these things, they continue to experience that. And at that stool level, this grassroots level, they continue to get into the sukha and dukkha, the sorrow and all these things, different experiences. Then there series of chain reaction continue to go like this. There is a hope, then there is a smriti, and then there is a paralok, then there is swarga, naraka. Then after that, one will experience going to that at the level of your subtle sukshma. That is also there is sukha, dukkha, there is asha, smriti, pura sanskaras which are there carried out. That is also there. So that purva sanskara and its sat, to all together put together, that impression, that thing, that paraloka, that after mrityu, that thing we experience, and not just after mrityu, you can go through that kind of thing even now also. So when you go through any such things, that ihaloka and paraloka, it's not somewhere else. It says while living itself, it is that at the grassroots level, body level, outward level, that is ihaloka. And the paraloka is that at the subtle level, it's the paraloka. So one experiences it at that level. So both these values, both these things, the person gets into the dukkha. No, he gets into that kshuddha, that trishna, that is still there, and then that at the body level one gets physically sick. And then the wise people, what they do, they watch out that type of thing. What is it they are eating? What is it they are doing? And they do the aushadopchara. They do the as per the Ayurveda, they do the aushadha. So there is this aushadha which is there as a medicine for the physical thing. What about your psychosomatic? No? But for that, when this Vishayopobhog is there, what is the medicine for that? For that, there is no other aushadhi. There is no external aushadhi like this. And if you see from the paralokik perspective, that anadi or the narakayatna, the dukkha that one goes through into the hell, and the janma, mrityu, and its vicious life cycle, that chikitsa, vishaya bhoga, it is not there at the level of physical medicines. The people, what they do to reduce that thing, they continue to do this yagya, dana, means donation, yagya, tapa, austerity, prayashchita, going through the fruit of their deeds, etc., etc. They do it, but they are not complete. No, because of that dukkha that one goes through, that is not, they are not able to come out of that. It is only and only atma prapti. It is only and only the atma sthiti that is there. Because of that only, one can get into, they can diminish this mahavyadhi. Now they can get out of this mahavyadhi. That is the upaya. So that is the amrit aushadhi, is that getting yourself established into yourself into atma bhava. So establish yourself into your own. Then at point of time, all these vishayopobhoga, these are called apatya here. No, you need not do that. Then what is the aushadhi here? It says satsang. Be in the company of the good people. Do the satsanga. Be with the truth. Then the upashama, the peaceful state of your mind, the calmness of yourself. No, these are all the different aushadas. These are all the different aushadis on this, medicines on this, which will make you your ichcha, your kamana, that moksha kamana, dharma, artha, kam, and moksha, do wanting to be free from this. That will become successful. You will be able to do that. So here, these shama, satsanga, ityadi, etc., etc. All these are the sulabha aushadhi. These are the real upaya. These are the real aushadhis. One has to, if they want to avoid while living, if they want to avoid that narak vyadhi, that hell kind of experience here, one has to go into and be in the company of the good people. Do the sadhu samagam, do the sat shastra shravana, go through this, etc., etc. Because able to do this in human life, If they go into the different yoni, if they go into the different species, if they become the stone, if they become the tree, what is it that they will do that point of time? They won't have access to any such things. No? So like that point of time, what they did? Then that of time, if they go to this narak to this dukkha, they will not be able to do any upaya that point of time. This is the only time that you are in human life. You do this. That is what is Vasishtha Muni is telling. So Vasishtha Muni is now telling all the people who are there in the court with the fullness of bottom of their कड़कड़ी ने के ना बिल्कुल ऐसे पूरी तरह से अपनी जी जान लगा के बोलते हैं इस तरह से from the bottom of his heart he says that all all the people who are still not realize this, no, that if you see it from the perspective of ihaloka, from the perspective of the loka which is there here, the vyadhis, all the sickness, all that is rogas, diseases associated with this body, and from perspective, if you see it from the perspective, if you do not observe what you eat, what you drink, etc., etc., if you do not things, all these things out of your life, they diminish from you, they leave you behind. You get yourself into that Atma Jnana Rupa Aushadhi, that medicine. That's the only medicine which is the Paraloka, on the Paraloka that Vyadhi is there, that you do the ilaj, you do the treatment for such vikaras, no, which comes into that. So he says that in this Ayusha, just like there is a Vayu that is there, and just like that on the kamal, on the lotus flower leaf, if the drop happens, it will not stay over there. It will just leave it like that only. Or you continue to do this chikitsa. This is the treatment of this mind which continue to go into here and there, and all the emotion that comes into picture. What is it? How do I get rid of it? What is the treatment for that? He says that this Atma Bhavana, they remain with your own self, is the real thing. Then automatically all these vyadhis, the ihaloka for here and the paraloka, that vyadhis will automatically diminish and it will leave you. No, that is there. Anything external thing is not required to be done. Just establish yourself into this thing. Then he said this mritti also, if you see this death, if you feel that okay, if somebody dies, then they are free, then that's it. It's the end of the story. See, this mrityu is not this jagata bhranti, this maya which is there. It is not the end of this. Mrityu is not the end of the story, because mrityu is happening just of your body, shari. You are still there alive at the level of chitta, and that chitta will not take a new form. It will assume the new body. Again, all the vasanas, cravings, which is there stored at the chitta in the form of sanskara, will not leave you. It will still remain and it will continue to bug you. No? It will still take new root, it will still take the new form in your body. It continue to the same experience again and again, again and again. Says that this mrityu, this jagat bhranti, this maya, is not the end for that. It will continue to remain like that. So he says that, hey Rama, leaving behind all these things, this mrityu, which appears to be a death here as real, it's not a real end of the story. It will remain. No, person will come back here again to pay for the same thing, whatever he has done. No? So by looking at this thing, this as bhranti, looking at this thing, just illusion, just establishing yourself into Atmagyan. This is the only way that one can get rid of that. Even your death also will not make you free. Many people do this, no, this samadhi, or many people do this suicide and all that. That is not a solution. Physical death of your body will not realize. It will not make you realize. It will not make you free. No, self-realization is only possible when you are here. That's self-realization. Because realize yourself, you have to be in this sharir, in this body. That is the only way one can achieve that. And this is the only way. Then that point of time, all other hallucination, all the brahmas, they will automatically leave. Just like that a small kid is there and he assumes, oh, there is this bulbua, there is this fear that is there, this is there. How does that goes away? Just that mirage in the desert or the dream which is there. How does that just leave the moment you open your eyes? Like that, one who established himself into Atmajnana, all this Jagat Maya, this Brahma, that will automatically leave you. Just like that, it will leave you. You will remain in that system. That is where Vaashishtha Muni concludes this session. So I also give a Vishranti to my Vani. I would like to hand over this session to you. If you would like to express yourself, you are welcome to do that. यदि आपके मन में कुछ प्रश्न है तो आप जरूर पूछ सकते हैं, और if you want to express your takeaways, you can do that also. हाँ जय गुरुदेव रमा जी, आपको कुछ कहना है, बोलिए.
From a long entrance into this session, I have a confusion that the word practice has got importance. Practice. Only through practice we can reach the state of Atma Bhav. गीता में भी ऐसे अभ्यास योग has got importance. Without any practice, we don't reach that state. If we are irregular, then we can disturb, and all the vikaras can come into my mind. All the vikaras can disturb me. That kam, krodh, lobh, moha, all that vikaras. If we can practice regular in a state, then we can reach in that state of mind only, that Atma Bhav, that self-realization. And you have also told that medicines, about the medicines, and different medicines are that sadhu sangha, sama, rama, all these are different medicines, sulabh medicines. We can get it. And only the practice, throughout my life, I feel that only the practice is the only gateway out of this situation, and to remain in the stable state 24/7, only through practice. जय गुरुदेव.
जय गुरुदेव रमा जी, बिल्कुल आपने सही बोला है. It's exactly the point that we need to contemplate this Atma Bhavana. To be with yourself, you need to practice that. That will come. There are various ways it comes, but practice is very, very important till it comes. For some people it will take time, for some people it will be very instantaneous. It is all possible, but till that point that becomes your own experience. Don't go and compare with anybody else. What is happening with them. What you have to do, you continue to do that. So what exactly to practice, how long to practice daily, etc. is the question. That's a very obvious question that comes. So there are multiple upayas which are said that what is to be practiced. The first thing that you need to practice is to read the scriptures. See where the knowledge is. So reading Yog Vaashishtha, then listening to Yog Vaashishtha, that is called as Vachana, Shravana, Manana, Chintana, Manthana, and Nididhyasa. This is one of the technique. So go through this Yog Vaashishtha knowledge. So all these videos are there, available on YouTube also, and it is available on Facebook also. We are recording this right now also. We are on Facebook, and we upload this on YouTube. So reading the books are also available. PDFs are also available. You can download it, start reading. If you want to purchase, you can purchase that. Reach out to me. My name is Someshwar. 9822929844 is my number. Reach out to me. I'll make all such links, YouTube, Facebook, where to download these books or where to purchase these books. I'll make all that information available. So this is your first step. If you are starting, this is your first step. Second step, many of these things which we read here as a theory, are made practical reality by Art of Living courses. So if you come from Art of Living courses, if you have done the happiness program, advanced course, Sanyam, DSN, Sahaj Samadhi, whatever that you have learned there in the form of knowledge or in the form of sadhana, any practices, continue to practice that. How long you have to do this? This is one thing. This is the second thing. Third thing is now do the nididhyasa. Contemplate on this again and again over a period of time, that I am that Atma, I am in that, establish yourself into that Atma Sthiti, that Atma Bhava. The next question comes, how long will I have to practice this? So Patanjali gives answer to this, how long and how to practice. He said that Sato Dirgha Kalam, Nairyatar, Nirantar, Satkara Sevita, then it will become Drida Bhumika, then it will become Drida Nishchaya. So how do you practice anything? It will not come when you started writing ABCD or I Akshara. It just did not come just like that. You kept on doing it, kept on repeating that over a period of time, again and again, it happened. The brush, it did not come in first day. Your mom forced you, dad forced you, you rejected it, you did this. Again, you practice it over a period of time, it established. So, Sato Dirgha Kalam, over a period of time, without a gap, Nirantar. Now look at this Vaashishtha Yogashta. It's almost 6 months are happening here. Today, this is 125th session of English. The same session is going on in the morning Hindi, 125 and 125, 250 sessions. So from 125 days, this is going on. Prior to that, there were 100 sessions that happened. Prior to that, there were sessions. So if you look at it from a perspective of putting an effort, do it. Do at least take a commitment of 6 months, 1 year to Gurudev. If you say Gurudev, if you ask this question to Gurudev, Gurudev says on the Art of Living website, it's there, quote by Gurudev about Yog Vaashishtha. He says that every 2.5 to 3 years, read this Yog Vaashishtha once again. Go through it one more time. Each time it will give you new perspective. Each time it will give you new learning. So every 3 years, 2 years, read through it, go through it. No, that is the thing. So Satodirgha Kalam Nirantar. Again, there is very important aspect of that. What is that important aspect is? Believe in this knowledge that this is it. बिल्कुल वो वशिष्ठ मुनि बोल रहे कि अपने अंदर से पूरी अपनी ऐसे बोल रहे कि यार भाई, this is my experience, I have gone through this, so I am telling you, believe in that knowledge, believe in master's word, believe in the techniques, satkara sita, then it will become more easier. If you do the things with Shraddha, if you believe in that, these knowledge, Gurudev's teachings and all the practices, it will become more easier for you. So Sato Dirgha Kalam Nirantar Satkara Sevita, then it will become a Drudha Bhumika. Then it will become firmly established. It will happen. That time frame for each one of us will be different. Why it has to be different? When the master is same, why it has to be different for you and me and for that person? When I did in 2004 with Vinod Menon, Vinod Bhaiya ke saath kiya tha. And the situation was that I was sitting on the ground floor. We all were on the ground. He was sitting on a chair in front of us. And on the top, it was the marriage hall. So on the top, that platform, Gurudev's big photo was there. So it was one straight line. I am there. Vinod Menonji is there on the chair, and Gurudev's photo is there. And I asked him the question. No, the Rama asked the question to Vaashishtha Muni here. I asked the question to Vinod Menon that one time. What I said is that Vinod Bhaiya, so he is your master. He said yes. I said he is my master too. He said yes. Then I asked him, why is that you are sitting in that chair and I am sitting here? And he was continuously staring in my eyes. He did not utter a word. We saw that yesterday's session. Vaashishtha Muni kept quiet. He did not utter a word. कुछ बोलते तो अहंकार पिक्चर में आ जाता. कुछ भी नहीं बोले. He just kept quiet. He did not say anything. After the session in the lunch time, he called me. He spoke to me, and he said, come, let's come to Bangalore, let's do some seva together. So that is what has happened in my life as an experience. So why it is different for different people and different point of time? It is because of we don't know what baggage we are carrying. Past karmas, that sanchit karma is there, that baggage is there, that sanskara is there. So for some it can just happen just like that, and for some people it can take time. It's okay, कोई बात नहीं, 100 साल की उम्र. लोग बोलते वेद को पढ़ते आप, if you read 2 Vedas, it takes 12 years to read 1 Veda. It takes 120 years to implement that knowledge. 4 Vedas, 5 lifetime gone. No? And then see how much knowledge is there other than that. There are 2 Itihasas. This Mahabharata is there, the Ramayana is there, Upanishads are there, Puranas they are there. So many darshanas, so many. How much of knowledge is there? Abundance of that. What is it that we want to do? We want to do it 2 महीना 3 महीने में सब कुछ मिल जाने. अरे भाई कैसे मिल जाएगा? Have patience, करो, चलते रहो. Walk on this path. Master is there. Master has given us a promise that you will get it. So believe in his words. Keep doing it. No? So it's good to ask that question. There is nothing wrong in asking that question. The answer is like this. It will depend what is that commitment. और वो ये करते समय ना intensity कैसी होनी चाहिए? Would like to know what should be the intensity? अपने आप को आपको तैरना नहीं आता है ना, पानी में फेंक दो अपने को first time. और remember, if you know you have learned how to swim, remember the first time when somebody pushed you into the water, and that point of time to remain alive, what was the effort that you put? किस तरह से हाथ पैर अपने मारे थे ना अपने आप को बचाने के लिए. Gurudev says it is that intensity. You have to put effort with that intensity as if you are going to die now. No, अपना बिल्कुल ऐसे कर लो. अभी एक्सपेरिमेंट करना है ना, कर लो अपने ऐसे, इसको पकड़ लो. Just do this, everybody. Just do it. कुछ क्षणों के बाद क्या स्थिति होती है? You want to just take a breathe in. क्या इंटेंसिटी होती है ब्रीद इन लेने की? बिल्कुल ऐसे कि अभी मैं सांस अंदर ले लूं, ब्रीद इन, है ना? वो इंटेंसिटी बोलते, इस इंटेंसिटी से करो. You put this intensity in your practice. You put this intensity to gain knowledge. You put this intensity into your devotion. You put this intensity your sadhana, सेवा, सत्संग. तब फिर कोई देर नहीं है, फिर मिल जाएगा. जय गुरुदेव. और किसी को अपने आप को व्यक्त करना है, वो अनम्यूट. दिस इज योर प्लेटफॉर्म. आप बिल्कुल आराम से प्रश्न पूछ सकते हैं, आप अनम्यूट करके बात कर सकते हैं, अपने आप को व्यक्त कर सकते हैं. आज के सत्र से आपने क्या टेक अवे लिया, क्या लर्न किया? यू कैन एक्सप्रेस एवरीथिंग. इट्स फॉर यू. दिस इज योर प्लेटफॉर्म. ओके, सो ठीक है, आज के लिए अपने सत्र को हम लोग यहाँ पे रोक लेते हैं. We'll end this session now. Do continue to come, continue to practice, continue to listen this. Wherever you require any help, just feel free. There is a video for you. Jai Gurudev.